Hello, my name is Jupiter Hadley, and today we're doing another version of Jupi Plays All the Games, this time for the NaNoRenO 2016. The NaNoRenO was a visual novel game jam. Basically, developers were challenged to make a visual novel from start to finish. It could be any genre, any style, just had to be a visual novel. I'm playing all of the games entered for about a minute each, 10 per video. You can check out links to the individual games in the description. It'll just be a taste of the game, so you might want to check it out further. If you want to check me out, all my info will also be in the description, so take a look. Thank you very much for liking and commenting. At the end, I'll probably have an article of my favorites. We're playing Lucky Me, Lucky You. Her eyes rolled back into her head and she's moaning, gasping. Her hair is a mess. She's a mess. She's coming apart at the seams and her breasts bounce with each thrust. And she's gasping, more. Fuck me harder. That's what she says, but I'm not buying it. Who could be into sex, really into it, when they're wearing a retarded pair of cat ears on their head and there's a camera pointed right in their face? I don't think I could, and I'm a pretty good actress. Porn is all like that, though. I can get into it when I shut my brain down, but when I'm feeling sad and low and grumpy and pissed off with the world and everything in it, I just get annoyed. Sure, you're seeing this totally adorable girl getting screwed, and that's great. Who doesn't like adorable girls getting screwed? But what they don't show you is the director overseeing it from the sidelines or the people with cameras. That'd kill the fantasy. The actress looks cute, but I can't tell if she really is. Her face is caked with makeup, and everything about her looks fake. Her eyelashes, her lips, even the blush that heats up her cheeks. It's all an act. No shit, that's why they call it acting. There's no way in hell she'd even win an Academy Award for this rousing performance, but she's still an actress, and none of it is really real. She says fuck me harder, but she's probably thinking something more like I don't get paid enough for this, and these cat ears are fucking annoying, and shit, I'm so bored of this, can't I get home already? I know that's what I'd think if I was in her shoes. Not that she's wearing any shoes. But that's why I'm not an actress in a porno. I'd get distracted way too easily. It might be kinda hard to juggle with college too. And my parents would freak the fuck out if they learned their dearest darling daughter had fallen so incredibly low. They get on my case enough as it is, with the hair dye and the fake eyelashes. If I ended up like Natsume Raymond, that's what it says on the DVD cover, but I'm 100% sure that's an alias, because who the fuck calls their kid Raymond? Wouldn't that be practically pushing her into a career as a porn star? My dad have a heart attack. Yeah, it feels so good. It's so good. Natsume Ramon is doing her best to convince me that it really does feel good, and I want to applaud her for her efforts, seriously, but it's way, way, way too unbelievable. I mean, the cat ears? Fucking cat ears. What gives? Okay. Your flatmate's such a weirdo, Ryo, I say, dropping the DVD case of Catgirl Paradise on the floor dispassionately. Speaking of which, isn't that false advertising? You'd think if there's a paradise, there'd be more than one Catgirl. It's not like I'm into catgirls or anything, but if you're claiming you've got a paradise, I'm going to expect a paradise. I'm just as surprised by this as you are, says Royo. I hope I'm saying these names right. He looks like such a regular guy. I snort, but then you find out he's into weird shit like this. I wonder what I'd find if I searched his computer, says Royo thoughtfully. Ew, I wrinkle my nose. I think I just threw up a little in my mouth. How charming. I'm not the one who's into cat people. Fucking cat people. Made cat people. Maybe if I say it 3 times, I'll understand the appeal. Nope, I still don't have a clue. The maid part is kind of weird. Why would you want a cat girl as a maid? What if she scratches the customers or gave them fleas? Is he seriously trying to think about this logically? Why? I guess that's scientist for you. Maybe Nakoi's into that too. After today, nothing would surprise me. That's Rio's flatmate, by the way, Nakoi. Don't ask me what his family name is, because I can't remember it. I can't even remember my own mother's birthday, let alone the life story of some plain guy like Nakoi. He is not Royo's only flatmate. 6 guys live in this apartment, and they all share the same kitchen and bathroom. I come here all the time, but I don't really talk to any of them. Why should I? I'm always with Royo, and Royo's flatmates have their own friends and their own lives. They're used to me, and they greet me whenever they see me. Naoki, Takirshio, and Koji, and Kade, and some other guy whose name I don't remember, but we don't really talk. Not really. I'd never watch porn with any of them, even if the DVD does technically belong to Noki. Royo and I kind of sort of stole it, but is that really our own fault? Nakoi went back home over a Golden Week, at least that's what Roko told me, and he forgot to lock his bedroom door. You wouldn't think that he would forget, but since he wears glasses and he's like this total neat freak, but I guess even guys slip up sometimes. Well, this looks like an interesting game. I really like these two characters, they look really cute. I wonder why they live with a bunch of guys. And apparently, me, I guess, I'm in a slump or whatever, and then my best friend comes back, and I end up doing a shot with that main porn person in my, because I'm an actress, in my TV series or something, and everything goes a bit weird. So we'll see. Next. We're playing Fare Thee Well. Fare thee well, the story of a lonely man, a wanderer, a wayfarer, a stranger, and the sleepy town he found in the snow. One winter night, December 1967. I am a lone wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of woe. But there's no sickness, toil, or danger in that bright land which I go. The strong winter wind beats down all around me. I pull my coat over closer. I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there no more to roam. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. Down the road I walked, covered in cold snow. I have no one to meet and nowhere to go. I know dark clouds will gather round me. I know my way is rough and steep, but golden fields lie out before me, where God's redeemed shall ever sleep. I need to find somewhere better than this. I can't feel a thing. I'm going there to see my mother. She said she'd meet me when I come. I'm only going over Jordan. I'm only going over home. Suddenly, I see light in the bleak midwinter. A small town nestled deep in the woods, asleep, dreaming of the passage of time, all except for one single brick building, its windows glowing with light beacons for the lost. I see it's a bar, a dimly lit sign flickered above the entrance. On it is a name emblazoned in pale golden letters. The Hearth and Home. It'll do. I push past the door and enter in out of the snowy night. Once inside, I take off my gloves and rub my hands together for warmth. It takes too long to feel my fingers again. I close my tired eyes and take in the sound of the bar. It's busier than I'd expect in a town like this. There's a low murmur dispersed in the air. Some people are here in groups, and many are, like me, alone. It's good to see people again. I slip my gloves into my coat and take a seat. A bartender spots me from behind a row of drying glasses and approaches. Evening? A beer, please. I only order it so I can stay. The bartender fills a glass from the tap. Traveling through? He places the drink in front of me. The liquid in the glass shimmers like oil under the pale, mellow lights of the bar. Yeah. I drink it all at once. It brings some fire back into my blood. Can't say I know what business brought you here. How do you know I'm not traveling for pleasure? Pleasure doesn't come this far north this time of year. I smirk. Maybe I got lost. Maybe you did. He takes my glass and steps away. I take a glance out the window while he's gone. The night is black and thick with snow. I should stay a while longer. It won't let up soon. Cedar, Maine, population a little over 2,000. I was able to make out the sign of the highway exit before the storm got too bad. Originally, I'd meant to make it all the way to the other side. Hitchhiking got harder after sunset. When it got too cold to be outside, I headed off the road to the nearest place I could find. This place wasn't too bad, reminded me of simpler times. I'll stay here for the night, not that I have a choice. It feels nice to sit for a change. Sometimes you move so much it feels like you're not the one moving anymore. Like you're drifting. Sometimes, though, it's fine, when I can just stop and let things pass me by. After a while, I notice a change in the air. The curtain of small talk lowers into silence. The clanking of plates and glasses melts away. A small crowd begins to form in one corner of the bar. I walk over to get a look at what's going on and watch as someone gets up onto a small, unlit stage. It's a girl. A girl in a green dress is about to sing. The girl gazes with her deep brown eyes at the expectant faces all around her. A hush falls over the crowd as she leans into the microphone, her face betrayed not a single emotion but pure wonder. Like she's somewhere else, remembering better times, preparing to sing herself in a world that stood still to hang off her every word. She begins softly, her voice barely above a whisper. I have to sing. I'm not going to sing. By yon bony banks, and by yon bony breaks, where the sun shines bright on Lomond. I know this song, where me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. Of course I know this song. The small birds they sing, and the wild flowers spring, and in sunshine the waters are sleeping, where the broken-hearted can know no second spring again. Through the woeful many cease from their grieving, you'll take the high road and I'll take the low road, and I'll be in Scotland before you, but me and my true love will never meet again, on the bonny, bonny banks of Loch Lomond. After her rendition of Loch Lomond, the girl continues to perform, singing various other folk songs. The audience continues to be mesmerized by every move of her parted lips. The bar is eerily silent, not a single person dare move. Her voice is magical, the most beautiful I've ever heard in all my life. I've never been this absorbed in a song before. The voice of the girl in the green dress grows and grows and grows, only to fill the air with complete motion, feeling seething with energy. Like her voice is an endless flowing spring, and listening to it is to drink and drink and drink again. I never felt this way before. I doubt I will again. When she finally finishes her set, the girl in the green dress takes a fateful step back from the microphone. Her skin beads with sweat, and her chest heaves up and down in the rhythmic beat of her exhausted heart. Her posture is tired but proud, her breath is short but steady, her eyes are somber but bright and vibrant with fire. And as I watch her in this precious little moment of silence, it seems all time stops. The sheer intensity of this moment breaks over me like a cold ocean wave. The sadness I feel of its impertinence, its immediate beginning and end, pulls me under. I am washed in fascination. In that moment, the passage of time resumes. It flows unhindered, ignorant that so much change has just taken place in my inner self, that in that brief window of time frozen, that change in my heart has just set forth in motion a long, long story. One that will not end for a very long time. A story about meeting people and saying goodbye to people. A story about arrivals and departures, about time. I sit alone for a while, taking this all in. So I guess this game is based off of a folk tale. It has to do with that girl in the grey dress and us, the main traveler. It seems pretty interesting. I wonder if you'll end up trying to chase after the traveler instead of going wherever he is going. I liked the little poem bits in the beginning. That was very nice. It was just a nice way to start. But yeah, next. We're playing Diamond Rose. Please choose a mode. Note this cannot be changed in game. So story mode, casual mode. Oh, let's do casual mode. Players' chances are faster and stronger. Or normal mode. Play. Let's do normal mode, actually. Interesting. Azalea? Yeah, probably. The infinite city of merchants. Thanks to its location, Azalea naturally became a cornucopia of trade and the dream location. Whether you are selling weaponry to adventurers, clothing to civilians, or jewelry to aristocrats, Azalea is the one town a merchant can migrate to without worry. Because of that, craftsmen, blacksmiths, and all of the manner of creators also flock here. We supply the merchants with wares such that they will sell our goods to customers. It's too fast. Craftsmen earn a living, merchants are forever stocked, and customers can... In this town, a little hard work is all it takes to succeed. I'm sorry, when stuff goes that fast, it's very hard to read. Such were the lies that dragged me down to this godforsaken town. Oh. Maybe it's overpopulated with merchants and craftsmen. I can't believe it. A whole month in this town, and what do I have to show for it? I came to Azalea because I thought my skills would be put to good use. Instead, no merchant wants anything to do with me, and my regular customers are all worthless. Honestly, who goes directly into a craft when they need household goods? Go to a freaking merchant, for crying out loud. I swear, if one more person asked me to make them a frying pan. I counted the coins in my satchel for the 5th time since I awoke. A handful of bronze coins looked back at me, mocking the poor man whose rent they would fail to pay. Perhaps I should just go back to my hometown. Living in the city is far too stressful for a laid-back guy like me. I can count the number of times I've almost snapped at customers this week. The old me would never do something like that. And if sales don't pick up soon, I may not have a choice. Living in this town isn't cheap. Unless I'm blessed with a miracle, I won't be able to pay next week's rent. At the rate things are going, I might as well. Before I could complete that melancholy thought, the door to my workshop opened. In strolled a beautiful young woman, dressed in this ensemble, completely unlike my usual customers. "Excuse me, might you be a craftsman? I noticed your wares through the window, but you do not appear to be a merchant." Speaking in a dignified manner, the young woman glanced around my workshop briefly before addressing me. "Damn, my first customer all day, and it's some noble woman. If I made jewelry, this might be a big break, but all I have here are weapons and armor." She's wearing armor. Gosh. "And those damn frying pans." "Yes, ma'am, if a craftsman is what you seek, then you've come to the right place. Might I interest you in a quality frying pan or new tableware, perhaps?" The young woman stared at me in confusion. Frying pan? Tableware? "Dear sir, I seek an expert craftsman, not a common merchant. Forgive my rudeness, but if your specialty lies in household products, I'd best continue my search elsewhere." Though spoken politely, the young woman's words pierced me like a dagger. I know I'm the one who tried to sell her that rubbish, but being called a common merchant is surprisingly painful. Perhaps I should have led with something a little more flashy. On closer inspection, the store is a little plain. But I do not mean to offend. There's nothing wrong with a store being plain or simple in nature. Alright, that's it. Time to scare this noble woman away. Actually, the shop front is filled with household goods as to not scare so many customers away. You see, I specialize in weaponry. Swords, bows, battle axes, you name it. The young woman's eyes opened wide as I boasted about my true wares. Is that true?" "Of course it is. I am a weapon-making machine. I have all kinds of horrific weapons out back, stuff you'd never imagine in your worst nightmares. Oh, but I suppose my spine-crushing, organ-shredding weapons would be of no use to a lovely young woman such as yourself. Perhaps you better show me." "Huh? Cough, cough." The young woman suddenly shouted, catching me off guard. When she realized how loudly she had spoken, the young woman faked a cough, then regained her composure. "Forgive my outburst, kind craftsman. I allowed my excitement to get the best of me. If you wouldn't mind, would you please show me your spine-crushing, organ-shredding weapons?" Seriously? I stared at the woman while wearing the same confused expression she had moments ago. It was at that moment that I realized the young lady. At that moment I reassessed the young lady. I looked past her beautiful face and expensive clothing and allowed my eyes to wander. And what I found was a sword. Did I just sell a frying pan to a knight? I shook my head and refocused. "Sure, I'd be happy to show you, miss." "Oh, how rude of me. I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Maya. I'm a swordswoman, and I come here on behalf of my guild." Yeah. Maya bowed slightly as she spoke, exuding the same air of elegance one would expect from a noble. "So that's it. She's in a guild, huh? Hee, this could be my lucky break, if I can offload my stock onto her. Pleased to meet you, Maya. I'm Van, craftsman extraordinaire. Please allow me to show you my most brilliant blades." "Please do." I walked into the back room and returned with several shield swords. But it took a few trips, but before long I had brought out most of my inventory, ranging from daggers and short swords to battle axes and halberds. Maya carefully examined each weapon I brought out. The craftsmanship is top class, but the weapons themselves. Maya swung a few blades around, visibly unimpressed by what she saw. "No, this will not do. None of these weapons will suffice. I require weaponry a cut above that which the merchants of this town might provide. If I sought garbage such as this, my search would have ended long ago. Of course, I should have expected as much given the state of the so-called workshop." I could feel a vein pop up in my forehead as Maya spoke. Though I wanted to clear my inventory, the weapons she was insulting were still my masterpieces. Anybody who would insult my work so brazenly was not welcome in my store. "I see. Well, then I'm so sorry to have wasted your time, Your Highness. Please accept my humble apologies as you get the hell out of my store." Unable to keep my calm any longer, I started to physically push Maya towards the door. "Oh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. Please, it was not my intention to offend. I merely spoke the truth. Yeah, my weapons are truly below your standards. I get it. Look, if you don't like what I'm selling, you can just... I did not come here to find a weapon. I came here to find you." "Come again?" I stopped pushing Maya for a moment, and as she said something completely unexpected. Perhaps I should have explained from the beginning. "You see, Mr. Van, what I seek is not a blade, but a maker of blades." So she's gonna end up having him make blades for her and her little group of knights? That could be interesting. I wonder if he's gonna end up becoming a knight or if he'll stay like a blacksmith. Anyway, next. We're playing Where We Lay Our Scene. I'm playing the demo version of this game. The whole game's available for $4.99. Ciao. Welcome to Where We Lay Our Scene. Left click or press enter to continue. This is a game where you make choices to get different scenes and endings. You're stuck with me every time, though. When in the game, press P to bring up preference screen, S for save, L for load, H to hide interface, space or enter to advance text. By the way, Shift S will take a screenshot. If you want to see the text you missed, you can roll back by pressing page up or page down, or you can use the mouse wheel to scroll. You can also press T to pull up the text history screen, and we'll take you back to the main menu. Pressing tab will start skipping. Set your preferred skip type in the preference first, though. That's all. Not too bad, huh? See you soon. Alright, Christian. That was a cute tutorial. Rain is falling, but it's not enough to wash away the filth in the city. The Montagues and Capulets have been at each other's throats for so long that nobody even remembers what peace was like. I slowly but resolutely raised my arms, aiming my revolver squarely at my best friend's head. Why did it have to be this way? Ben, please. Don't you get what's happening here, Romeo? Is your little girlfriend worth all this? I love her, Ben, more than anything. I swore I wouldn't clip Tybalt. I can't go back on my word. He chokes the words out. Maybe he knows I'd never actually shoot him. Maybe he doesn't. But Romeo's looking at me like a guy who knows his life's on the line. You understand, don't you, Mercutio? Romeo turns to our other friend in desperation. I ask Mercutio to come here and talk some sense into Romeo, but love's a powerful thing. If Romeo and Juliet want to be together, who are we to stop them? The enemy isn't just going to let it go. Keep this up and Don Capulet will bring the fury of the whole Borgata down on you, on us all. Wait. It's wrath, you imbecile. Can't you even remember one simple word? Cut. March 4th, Wednesday. I thought it was like a Romeo and Juliet-esque thing, but no, it's totally just a play. Mr. Launret, are you trying to take my job? No, ma'am. Then what are you doing yelling at Mr. Mariano like that? I'm sorry, ma'am, I just got a little heated. A spot of ad-libbing is quite alright, you know, as long as the meaning still gets across. Right. I fight the urge to roll my eyes. A little heated. Sure. Rainier takes every opportunity he can to criticize my acting. This isn't the first time and surely won't be the last. I apologize for messing up the line. I'll try to do better on the next take. Rainier snorts. Don't try to do better. Just do better. He mutters the last part. I don't know much French, but I doubt it was a compliment. Thank you, I will. Somehow he looks even angrier. It's only the first week of filming, and I'm already butting heads with the guy who's playing my love interest. I'm no actor, but even I can tell that this isn't going to be helping much with our chemistry. Take a short break and compose yourselves, you two. I'm counting on you. Yes, ma'am. Once again, I'm sorry for holding things up. You're new to acting. Problems are to be expected. Just make sure you learn from them. Of course. Thank you for your kindness and understanding. Her expression softens a little before she turns away. Wrath, huh? I'll have to remember that. Wrath. Think you can try and not hold everyone back so much next time? This isn't a zoo for peacocks like you to walk around and preen themselves. Take your job seriously. Wow. I've never been compared to a peacock before. How flattering. That wasn't a compliment? Rainier is about to step up to me when the screenwriter Oliver Wong comes between us. Now, Christian's doing the best he can, I'm sure. Rainier just clicks his tongue before walking away. Thanks for speaking up for me. It's only natural he'd be angry, though. I'm a pretty shoddy actor. These characters are really well made. Really well drawn, I guess. Come now, such modesty doesn't become you. Oliver leans closer to me. I reflexively strengthen my back, and then he has to raise his chin to meet my gaze. You have such beautiful eyes, Christian. I feel as if I could get lost in them if I stare too long. Yes, I've often been told so. This isn't really working like I expected. Whatever do you mean? Ha. Oliver staggers away. He was trying to flirt with you, obviously. He's somewhat hard to deal with, as well, in a completely different way from Rainier. As usual, leaving a trail of broken hearts behind you, eh? My close friend and stylish Voila, walks up to me while smirking. One heart does not a trail make. Viola, that's her name. Viola. Oh, spoken like a true Casanova. Basta. I lightly slap her arm with the back of my hand, but she just laughs at my admission. Oh, that's enough messing around. I need to touch up your hair and face before resuming filming. Alright, sorry, the water made a mess out of your fine work. It's no problem, I enjoy the challenge. Alright, so he's like an actual actor, not just like a little stage play. I sit down in front of the mirror, and Viola quickly gets to work drying and restyling my hair. Filming not going well? Viola and I naturally transition to speaking in Italian voices once we're alone. It's not as bad as I expected. That's not what I asked you, you know. It's soothing, feeling Viola's hands on the sides of my head and scalp. Her expression is both kind and amused as well. I can smell coffee brewing, and a Laura Pausini song is playing softly from Viola's smartphone. Whenever we're inside my trailer, it's as if the rest of the world doesn't exist. I've gotten used to fame, and I've never complained about being successful in work. If you're used to fame, why are you a shoddy actor? Even so, I still need me time. I swear the Rainier fella's out to get me. So I hear. He's had that attitude since day one, hasn't he? I think back to our first meeting when he shook my hand. He squeezed it so hard I thought it might burst. Well, don't think too badly of him. He's probably just jealous that you took the lead role, and in your first film, no less. I sigh. Right, maybe a veteran actor like him would hold a grudge over such a thing, but I only got this role because I won the generic lottery in the first place. If you won a generic lottery, how are you used to fame? Huh. So, Oliver Wong's novel Where We Lay Our Love, Where We Lay Our Scene, was an international bestseller. It was a refreshing modern take on Romeo and Juliet that put Mercutio and I can't pronounce their names, I couldn't back when we learned Shakespeare, in the spotlight. Readers loved the parallels between the two forbidden relationships, Romeo and Juliet, and Ben and Mercutio. The well-written erotic scenes probably helped too. Alright, so it's like a twist on Shakespeare that has the two, like, gay couple as opposed to Romeo and Juliet, which has been quite overdone. So that's neat. I really like the graphics to this, and just, like, this slight, just textured look to the back of these windows with the text in it. Just little details like that made it look really good. Next. We're playing Starlit Flowers. This looks really neat. It has been so long, though it's still hard to believe, isn't it, Mother? I'm not the weak little girl you left behind anymore. I can take care of myself. I don't need hopes or wishes upon stars to help me. I don't need anyone, and I certainly don't need anyone's so-called help. People only care about themselves. They'll only help you if they have something to gain. They'll only reach out to you when they want something from you. It's pathetic. I can't stand it. I won't be like them. I won't let myself become such a pathetic creature. I'll carve my own path. I'll stand tall on my own 2 feet. Just you watch, Mother. Well, I disagree with that, but I like your determination. Oh, these graphics are really cute. That is what goes through my mind as I walk through a dark, damp forest. I'll never admit it, but I'm a little afraid of the dark. Who isn't? You never know what could be lurking in the shadows. It's on dark nights alone like this that I'm grateful for the stars that light up the night sky. They comfort me with their presence and remind me that I'm never truly alone. Although the stars haven't been my friends for a long time. Not since the night you left me, Mother. Nothing will ever change that, just as nothing will ever bring you back to me. I can't forgive, and I'll never forget. It is dark and I have no light, though I manage to find my way through the trees, the leaves crunching under my feet with each step I take. The air is fresh and it carries the smell of nature with it. It's a beautiful night, the perfect night for stargazing. I scowl, not feeling the need to indulge the stars with my ogling eyeballs. Don't they have enough attention? I'm sure there are plenty of people all over the world staring at them right now. We share the same sky, after all. Mother's words echo through my mind, bringing an old memory back to life with it. The stars are there wherever we go. Whether we see them or not doesn't matter, because they always see us and they're always watching over us. Is that really true? Yes, dear. Would I lie to you? Does that mean the stars know when I'm picking my nose behind your back? Mother laughs. It's gentle and sweet. I certainly hope not. I'd like the stars to think you're more than just a cheeky nose-picking brat. Hey, I'm not a brat. Oh, really? Yes, really. Mother tickles me all over and I give in laughing. The memory vanishes and I find myself alone in the present once again. Alone. I'm always feeling alone these days. Why had the memories returned to me now? Out of all the times it could have given me comfort, it chose now. A nice small clearing comes into view. It looks like the perfect spot to set up camp for the night. Realizing how tired I am, I plant myself on an old stump and remove my backpack. Light. I need light. I remove a lantern and a fire kit from my pack. It doesn't take me long to light the candle inside my lantern. Years of practice will do that to you. As I'm going through the motions, I toss the kit back into my bag and jump off the stump, lantern in hand. The lantern light illuminates my surroundings. Trees that go for miles is all that can be seen. like some kind of tree prison, except it's not. The forest is a sanctuary. The stars outshine my lantern, reminding me of their betrayal. I glower up at them. They twinkle back, and I force myself not to poke my tongue out at them. I'm not 5 anymore, though sometimes I wish I was, because then I wouldn't have to be alone. 2 stars separated themselves from the others, their light glowing ever brighter as they descend down to earth. They move so fast I hardly have time to register what's happening. The stars fall side by side and head straight towards me. They appear to grow larger. They appear to grow larger the closer they get. I'm frozen in place, too afraid to move and too mesmerized to turn away. I'm being pulled in by their beauty. I almost want them to crash into me just so I can see them up close. But that's not the truth. The truth is, I want to see Mother again. Did the stars hear my wish after all? Take me to her. At the last moment, the moment when I think they'll take me, they split apart from each other, one going left, the other going right, and crashing into the forest. The ground beneath my feet vibrate from their rough landing, and I feel myself shudder. All is calm and dark once again, the 2 fallen stars out of sight, but not out of mind. That was too close. Seriously, what just happened? Did I really just see that? I don't know. It felt real. Things always feel real in the moment, but as time passes, they begin to feel more and more like dreams or hallucinations. There's only one way to find out. I will myself to move. Without much thought or consideration, I head to the direction of the star that descended left. My heart pounds rapidly in my chest, and I don't even notice I'm running, desperate to see what fell from the night sky. I wonder what happened to her mother. It's not long before I came across the crash site. It doesn't look like a crash site, but I'm certain this is where the star had fallen. Trees and bushes surround the area. Rocks, sticks, and leaves cover the soil beneath my feet. There's nothing out of the ordinary here. Well, that's boring. Maybe this is the wrong place. Perhaps the star is further along from here. I walk further and stop when my foot comes in contact with something that doesn't feel like a stick or a rock. My heart jumps in my chest. I step back and shine my lantern on the strange object. It's not an object, it's a girl, a strange girl with long white hair that curtains over her body. She appears unconscious and lays on her back, her eyes closed and her pink lips a straight line. A light from my lantern causes her dress to sparkle. It's made of fancy-looking blue fabric and shines bright in the dark forest. She doesn't look like she's from this world. She's too radiant. It feels as if I'm seeing something I shouldn't be seeing, like something from a fairy tale, or the stories Mother used to tell me. What on earth is she doing out here in the middle of nowhere? She looks like she's escaped from a princess's ball and passed out after she ran for miles. Except her appearance is flawless, as if she just appeared here by magic. So, you're not lonely anymore. The 2 people that fell from the sky are 2 different friends who maybe had some issues and then decided to come from the sky, or maybe they're gods of the sky. Who knows? I very much like the graphic style. It's adorable. Next. We're playing 2 Minutes for Roughing. I must be out of my mind. I'm trapped in my brother's car on the way to experience my first taste of competitive hockey in over a year. It's not that I hate hockey. In fact, I love it. However, from as far back as I can remember, I've been plagued by the bane of my existence. My temper. Competitive sports, driving down a crowned highway, even a round of Monopoly. Anything can bring out the worst side of me, so I'm forced to be cautious in everything I do. Even though I love playing sports, it seemed inevitable that I'd end up doing something that would get me into trouble. Are you freaking out already? We're not even there yet. Me? Freaking out? What are you talking about? I'm totally fine. Never better. You're so easy to read. I'm surprised there isn't a rain cloud floating above your head. I sulk as I shrink down in the front seat. It's just practice, Paige. It won't be that intense. This is supposed to be fun, remember? I know, but can you blame me considering past experiences? You've worked really hard to straighten yourself out. You aren't pretending like it doesn't exist anymore. There's a lull of silence between us. He's right, but that doesn't calm my nerves. Hey, Leia's going to be there. Really? What position does she play? I'm teaching her how to be a winger. She's a natural on offense, and she's taller than most of our team, so she'll be great at screening the goalie. I can imagine goaltenders having a tough time seeing anything with her standing in front of them. Right? Her hand-eye coordination is improving too. Pretty soon she'll be able to deflect shots that are on the way to the net, and then there'll be no one who can stop her. I can't hide my smile when Ethan speaks so proudly of Leia. So, weren't you planning on asking her to marry you soon? The car takes a bit of a dip off course as my brother laughs nervously. Come on, don't I hear those questions enough from Mom and Dad? Oh, I guess I was mistaken, and I didn't see you browsing for engagement rings the other day at the mall. He pinched my arm, causing me to yelp. You little snoop. Ow, you're mean. Just keep quiet about it. It's a surprise. Oh no, I was planning on telling her the instant I see her. Sheesh, Ethan. I wouldn't ruin something like that. I'm not saying you do it on purpose, but you never know with that big mouth of yours. I return the favor from earlier and slap him on the arm. We're here, by the way. My eyes widen and I take a peek outside to see him parking the car next to the rink. Damn, he's a master of distraction. However, the butterflies immediately begin fluttering around in my stomach again. Do a couple of those breathing exercises you've learned. I'll grab your stuff. He hops out of the car after he pops the trunk. I follow his advice and settle my nerves before getting out to face my fears. It's always good to face your fears. Ethan hands me my hockey stick. It feels almost too late for my hands anymore. No skates either, one less thing you can use as a weapon. You aren't helping. He ruffles my hair, and I grunt as it messes up my ponytail, forcing me to redo it. Once we step inside the rink, Leah rushes up to greet us. Hey, hun. She gives Ethan a quick peck on the cheek before turning her attention to me. Paige, I'm so glad you finally came. It's a nightmare being the only gal here. Please, admit it, you're enjoying the attention. Better watch it, or I'll get Paige to teach me how to throw a check. I'd rather not be driving my shoulder into anyone today if I could help it. Come here, Paige. I'll introduce you to the rest of the team. Oh, okay. She throws an arm around my shoulder and drags me to where the rest of the team is practicing taking shots at the net. Hey guys, Ethan's sister came to play with us today. You all better be nice to her, or I'll kick your asses. Hey everybody, thanks for letting me join you today. I sound like I'm applying for a job. Loosen up a little, Paige. These guys are supposed to be your teammates. The tallest guy on the team steps up to introduce himself to me. He towers at least a foot above me. Hi Paige, I'm Colt. It's very nice to meet you. We've heard a lot about you from your brother. Wait, what have you heard about me? Ethan smacks me on the back. All good things, sis, don't worry. Colt notices how bewildered I am by his height, and he rubs the back of his neck nervously. Let me save you the trouble of asking. The weather up here is the same as it is down there, and no, I'm not good at basketball. I'm sorry, that was totally rude of me. No, you're fine, I'm only kidding around. Yo, Colt, you can flirt later. I've got work in 2 hours. Shouldn't you be doing some target practice, Blake? Lord knows you could use it. There's nothing wrong with my shot. Oh, that's right. I forgot you score points based on how far you can hit it out of the rink, not by putting the ball in the net. Shut up, you damn string bean. Guys, you don't want my sister to have a bad impression of you already, do you? Colt was the first to back off and regain his senses. Sorry, Ethan, I got carried away. Yeah, whatever. Woman, what position do you play? Woman, did you forget my name already? I'm a defenseman? Seriously, this should be fun to watch. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing, sweetheart, just try not to hurt yourself. I feel a growl vibrating in my throat, and Ethan quickly intervenes. Colt, why don't you go introduce Paige to Jordan? Sure, I probably need to wake him up again anyway. Once we were out of earshot of the others, Colt sighs. Sorry about that, Blake is kind of an asshole. Yeah, I noticed. Just ignore him. He thinks he's some kind of prodigy and he barely knows which side of the stick he should be using. We approach the person I presume is our goalie, lying flat on his back. It looks like he's fast asleep. Hey Jordan, time to wake up. What? Where am I? He sits up with a start, causing Colt to shake his head. Hockey practice, remember? We kind of need a goalie if we want to start. Give me a break, it's like 6 a.m. It's past 10, Jordan. Forget it. This is Paige. She's joining the defense today. Jordan turns to me but doesn't have much of a reaction. Awesome. We're going to start or what? Just get in the net, asshole. Jordan shrugs and stumbles his way over to the crease in the front of the goal. We are really not endearing ourselves to you, are we? It's alright. You have to learn how to play with all types when joining a new team. That's a mature way of looking at it. Well, at the very least, I'm happy to have you. It's not every day you get to play hockey with such a cute girl. I raised my eyebrows at his remark. Wait, did that sound weird? I wasn't trying to. I was just... Calm down. It's nice to know someone's glad that I'm here. His voice cracks when he laughs at my words. It's amazing to see someone that big flustering so easily. This seems really interesting. I wonder if she's going to end up losing her temper or what happened last time if she beats someone up and has to go to anger management courses or something. I feel like there's a lot of aggression in hockey. I've seen hockey like live once or twice and it's like really about smashing the other guy into the wall and everything. It's like a big part of it. A lot of people just go for that fighting bit. So it's kind of interesting that she's trying not to be like that. Next. We're playing Between the Lines. Would you like to skip to the roots section? Sure. I sleepily walk out into the hallway and into the living room. Huh? Someone's already here. It's Celia looking out the window or Ednor sitting on the couch and nursing a mug of hot chocolate. Let's do hot chocolate. Ettore? Hello? Bianca? I step out into the light and take a seat opposite Ettore. Let's call him Et. I don't know how to shorten that name to something I could easily read. What's wrong? You look pale and you're sweating. Oh, he noticed immediately. What happened? I don't know if I can bring myself to hide it anymore, even if I get kicked out or worse. I had a bad nightmare. About what? Do you think that liars can be trusted again? Bianca. Yes. I had a feeling you were lying about where you'd come from. I'm so sorry. It's okay. If you wanted to hurt me, you already would have. I guess that's true. I want to hear the truth of the matter, though. And I can't say I'll accept it. But I'll try, okay? You'll try? Yes. Why? It's a tad selfish of me, too, but I want to become a better person. Better in the sense that I can trust people more openly, because living without it has gotten lonely. I'm sorry, too. It's okay, I don't mind. I can understand where you're coming from. I take a deep breath. Adori sets his mug on the table and looks at me. I come from a different world. What? Oh boy. Try not to freak out, okay? I came into this world, your world, through a book. So I guess the storyline is Bianca was asleep and woke up. Was asleep and she was reading a book. Nah, I'm doing this wrong. Bianca was tired and reading a book, and then she fell asleep in it, and she woke up and she's inside the book. A book. Yeah, a book. The book wasn't about you. It was about a boy, Alan, who was passing through your observatory. Oh, right, him. He was here for supplies, right? And he was on his way to find the stage of the sea? Entirely correct. Was, that in the book? Yes, the last scene I'd read it was about you, locking the observatory up. Then I got these headaches, so I marked my place and went to sleep. And woke up here. Yes. I'm sorry, it doesn't sound very believable, does it? It doesn't, but continue. Why would you tell me you had amnesia? Right, well, I was thinking that when I woke up, that telling you I was from another world and came here by a book was not very believable. And I panicked. Amnesia is very common, or a concept used in my world, so it came to mind and I kind of just blurted it out and rolled with it. Ah, I see. Why tell me all this now? The timing is kind of odd. I had a nightmare about my world. Do you want to talk about it? You seemed shaken up earlier. Yes. Alright, go ahead. Deep breath. I peek at Edor's face. He looks concerned. Back in my world, I guess you could say I was kind of a do-nothing? What do you mean? I was in the middle of trying to get into higher education, but I'd been trying for 2 years, and my parents, they don't really like having me around, so they really wanted me to get in already, but my heart's not in it, and I don't know what kind of thing I want to pursue in that world. So what happened? Nothing happened. I kept trying, I kept failing. I can feel tears wetting my cheeks. Bianca? I didn't want to go to this world. I just kind of stumbled upon it. My parents were out and I was so sick of studying I took a break and bought a book and ended up here. I don't know if I should try to go home or try to live here. Ator awkwardly wraps his arms around me. Huh? Sorry, I don't really know what to do or say. But even if I can't quite wrap my head around all this otherworld stuff, and I especially don't know what to tell you when it comes to going or staying, but I've heard that this is what you do when you want to comfort someone you care about, even if we only have known each other for a day. You've listened to me talk about things I like all day, and you've helped me save someone's life. Wow, that sounds like a lot of the story we skipped through. Despite everything, you risk your safety to give me a fair shot at ensuring someone else's. You feel like a good friend already. Sorry, is that okay with you? I think for a moment before settling into the embrace. It's perfectly fine with me. Thank you, Edor. Thank you too, Bianca. You're welcome. The hug feels warm, comforting, and kind. If we stay like this any longer, I'm going to fall asleep. Oh, sorry. Is that bad? No, it's good. It'd be awkward sleeping like this, though. Right. Are you feeling better? A little. Thank you for this. You don't need to thank me all the time, I think. You're welcome. As for going or staying, maybe we could go see the stage of the sea. The sage of the sea. Angry. He's real? He's a hermit, said to reveal himself to those who sail to the empty island in need of guidance or something. Ah, right, that legend was mentioned in the book. It might be wise to find out if we can get you home at all. Do you want to try and ask him about it? I think, maybe. That's okay, the soonest we can go is in a few days anyway. We'll need to prepare supplies and try to get someone in Bell Point to sail us to the island, and... sorry, I kind of ran my mouth. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, I am. It's just, that's a lot of trouble to go through. It's okay, I don't mind. It might not be so bad for me either. I don't get out too often. I don't get out very often or anything. We can, well, talk about it in a few days, okay? Alright, thanks. A book, though. I guess the world I live in is considered fiction in your world. I was wondering about that. You don't seem too shaken up by it. I'm alone most of the time with only my thoughts and my books for company. I've thought about the possibility before, me being a figment of someone's imagination, though I think that I, or for that matter anything or anyone else in this world, is too complex to just be that. Our worlds must be closer together. Whether by coincidence or by some other notion, a book was written about this world by someone in yours, but I'm sure that this is all very real. Wow, that's a pretty good way to take it, actually. I think I'd simply like to live, knowing this and taking it in this way. By the way, what were you up doing? I was just kind of up thinking about things like the request due tomorrow. Maybe I'll get a chalkboard or something so I don't forget. You have chalkboards in this world? Even though you're no amnesic, there's a lot you might want to know about this place, huh? I wouldn't mind learning. The magic stuff looks really interesting. We've got a lot to talk about. But for now, maybe we should sleep. I'll finish my drink and go to bed. You should go immediately. I'll try to. He nods and I make my way back to the hall. Good night. Good night. So, I've magically stumbled upon this world, and now I'm gonna embark on an adventure to see if I can even get home. It's an interesting concept. I like the background graphics and the main character. This character. It looks a bit rough, but I kind of like that in hand-drawn stuff. You can see sort of the beginning sketches that was made to make this character. Next. There's a disclaimer here saying it has some stuff unsuitable for younger players, just so you know. But we're playing Paws in Effect. My dogs are humans, the demo version. Oh, there's like 2 little bits. Broken Dream or Pecan and Peaches. I'm just going to start a game. Not going to click on either of them. Here she is. Miss Young, do we have a record established? What do you mean there's data missing? Useless interns. We need to give a name at the least. Hopefully you'll remember it. You remembered it. My responsibility. According to who? Listen, just input a name for now. We'll fix it later. My responsibility. The nerve. Alright, so I have to write my name. 1 sec. Alright, done. Man, I'm gonna be 24 in just 3 days. That's crazy. That's like the same amount of time the Little Mermaid had to win the prince's heart. Wait, didn't she like evaporate in the original story? Whatever, I'm not a quitter. Au contraire, I've got my whole life laid out before me. I've got a new job at the local school, I've got some great friends throwing me a party, and I've got you two. What else could a girl need, hey? Hey? Well, yeah, a boyfriend would be cool, but meh, drama. I've got you guys for cuddling and the internet for glossy man abs. It's all good. Although, not gonna lie, it'd be nice sometimes if you guys could talk, instead of just staring at me like weirdos. Yeah, like that. Their names are Peach and Pecan. Not that you're bad the way you are. I mean, it's great that I'll never have to pay for your college or learn about your closeted fetishes or have awkward dinners with your crappy family. That's not anecdotal in any way. All I mean is that I wish I could know you better. Share a mental reality, thrust open the catacombs of the spirit and achieve true understanding, or just criticize movies. Growl. Pat, pat, pat. Ha, you're both so cute. Seriously, I'll strangle you with each other. I guess I should just count my blessings. After all, last thing I need after a day of teaching other people's toddlers is to come home to a pair of my own. Plus, if you were real toddlers, I couldn't feed you pellets and let you defecate outside anymore, legally speaking. Bark. I agree, defecating outside is great. Speaking of which, I guess we're done here. It was nice to get out for a while, but I gotta do some stuff still. Plans to write, parties to plan, etc. Peach sits down. Hey now, don't be that way. I know you'd love nothing more than to live the hobo's life, but we're going. Sigh. Come on, Peaches, you want a treat? Bark. Look at me, reduced to bribing a creature a fraction of my size and intelligence. Well, good kindergarten prep, I guess. You coming, Pecan? Bark, bark, bark. Ah, Pecan, don't chase the birds. The birds are our friends. These dogs are cute. What should I do tonight? I could chip away a little more this lesson plan, or I could watch a movie. Babies, what do you think? Grace me with your opinions, little one. Sad face. Yeah, I feel the same about this lesson plan. Movie it is, then. Conan, the barbarian's chest always puts me in a better mood. Grrr. Yeah, I growl a little bit when I see his chest, too. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Show me the money, Conan. And by money, I mean abs. I insert the movie into the DVD player and sink into my couch in the same way I imagine trolls take residence under bridges. Assertively. So, you guys gonna chill down like the little weirdos or get up here with me? Haha, that was adorable. Such a good cuddly beast you are, Pecan. What about you, Peaches? You too manly to lay with us estrogen centers? Bark, bark. Oh, you probably just want this popcorn, don't ya? Stares. Well, what makes you think you deserve it? Bark. You can't demand popcorn just 'cause you're cuter than a dozen ducklings. Not without giving me a smooch anyway. Come here, I want a kiss. Peaches, kiss. Kisses. A little stingy, but sufficient. Go on, claim your prize. Munch, munch. Look at you, asserting your miniature will. Keep it up, little buddy. Munch, munch, munch. Okay, okay, back off my popcorn. Though we're both entrenched in the ongoing struggle for survival, I need this more than you. Okay, okay, just one more kernel. Here, I'll throw it. Try to catch it, okay? Poof. What? Ah, eek. Oh my god. What did I just see? Peaches? He was, and then he was. Oh my god. Gotta calm down. Gotta think of something. Think of abs. Damn you. Oh, hey, look, there's abs on television. Thank goodness. Come on, Jupiter, focus. Also, turn on the lights before you have a heart attack. So, I'm going insane, right? Just a little cocktail of stress and sleep deprivation, plus a few drugs and some carbon monoxide poisoning for good measure. Run-of-the-mill hallucination, right? Except I don't have any gas appliances, unless acid is a new ingredient in store-bought popcorn. I haven't taken any drugs either. Besides, I know what a trip feels like, and this ain't a trip. So what am I left with? That Peaches, my sweet, cuddly honey bear smackle-poo, transformed into a man for no reason? I slapped the idea away with great prejudice, and then it circled back and smacked me in the frontal lobe. Okay, so I really can't think of what else it could be aside from transformation, though the very idea spits in the face of modern science. Just what in the absolute hell is going on? Well, I'm not going to answer that question cowering on my couch. I need to soar up the courage to go find my babies. Maybe what? Maybe everything will be alright? Maybe it's just a whole practical joke and we'll have a hearty laugh before we move on with our lives? Seriously, you just witnessed the impossible. Platitudes can't salvage that. Maybe I should take something with me for protection. I mean, who knows? Maybe Peaches is like a reverse werewolf or something. Awesome book idea, by the way. I'll go get a bat. But I got knives. I guess I didn't have a bat. Clang. Erg. Yeah, I'm gonna get a knife. But it's just your dog, probably. I grabbed a knife from the kitchen and scoped the hallway from behind my bar stools like a champ. God, this is crazy. Here I am hunting for a beast man in my own home, in pajamas no less. Although now that I think about it, me wielding a knife like a Norman Bates knockoff probably isn't going to encourage a lot of cooperation. Peaches was always very delicate. Maybe I should work from assumption that he's just scared, which would be perfectly reasonable. Peaches, pecan, babies. A few moments later, I hear a soft patter coming from the hall. Peaches, come here, Peaches. Then slowly a man's head leads around the corner. Peaches? Are you still mad? What? Oh my god, I'm witnessing a miracle. Peaches, who is that behind you? It's the lady. I'm sorry. What? The words, I have none. I love you. Are you for real? Ugh, that one left a bad taste in my mouth. Are you real? I love you. Yeah, I do. What the hell are those? There we go. Safe for the whole family. Thanks, mental block. This is a weird game. But I guess having your dogs turn into two random humans is quite weird. I hope they act more like dogs than they do like humans, because that would be really neat. Anyway, next. We're playing Sweet and Spices. This game started with a really cool cutscene that sort of explained the characters or introduced them, really. Sweet and Spices. What is your name? What is your manager's name? Let's make Lewis my manager, even though I'm pretty sure my manager's a girl. She's in my heart. She's in my heart, but I forgot her. Sigh, time to start a new day. Oh, there's Sweet and Spices. I saw the cafe where I worked. Sweet and Spices. Oh, there's my manager.
Hello.
It's a girl named Lewis. Let's go with it. Hello, Jupiter. Hello, Miss Lewis. Oh, no need for formality. Just call me Lewis. Okay. Shall we go inside? I like that she has a voice. The manager is so nice. I don't know why I became the assistant of the bakery. So, Lewis. What am I going to do now? It's kind of hard to hear her over like the actual sounds. I'm going to read it. Oh, first you should go to the cash register, and then you can go to the kitchen to check the staff, and then that's too much work. Oh, is that so? But you applied for being the assistant, right? She's right. I shouldn't be lazy on the first day, but it's the first day. It should just be easy. I'm just kidding. Today you're going to work at the cash register. Okay. Oh, and if possible, what is your nickname? I don't know. Jupi is what people have been saying lately. Nickname is Jupi. Or, like, Jup. Jup is how Jim said it. Jup. Okay. Are you going to use my nickname just to tease me? Yes. What? Hee I'm just kidding. I'll be using your nickname for future reference. Okay? Okay. What the hell? Anyway, you should start going to the cash register. We'll open in 5 minutes. Okay. I rushed to the cash register. After 5 minutes, many people came. Why are there so many people? Well, maybe they like the pastries and goods. A customer walked up to the cash register. Cashier? Hello, ma'am. May I take your order? Yes, I'd like a banana cake and a choco frappe. That'd be $24. Wow, that's expensive. Here you go. Thank you for coming to Sweets and Spices. I hope you enjoyed your order. Sure, sweet and spices. Another customer is approaching. Hey. Hello, sir. Can I help? Your pastries are overpriced. What the hell? Maybe you guys are cheating. So I'd like to inform you that our prices are not overpriced. Our prices are based on our ingredients. Maybe you don't want the police to be involved? Gah, I'm out of here. Your pastries don't taste good anyway. I clench my fists. Phew, I'm glad that jerk's gone. What's happening? Now I know when she's gonna use my nickname. That'll lighten up my mood a little. Oh, I just took care of a jerk. Nothing to worry about. Are you sure? Maybe you're hurt. No, I'm fine. Are you sure? Yes. That jerk just said that our pastries are overpriced and don't taste good. Really? Okay, I'll be at the back room if you need me. I was just saying it was a little expensive. I wasn't saying it was overpriced, for the record. You know what? Lewis is caring after all. Hello, sir. How can I help you? I'd like And the day goes on like that. Sigh. I'm tired. Are you finished, Jup? Yep, that's the last customer. That's great. I'll see you tomorrow then. Okay. She didn't follow me. Instead, she stayed in the cafe. Why? To lock up? To close the door? Who knows? The next day. Good morning. Good morning, Lewis. Still sleepy? Then we'll help me get ready. Okay. Why is she so cheerful in the morning? I see you're not a morning person. Anyway, you have big work today. Now chop chop. We open in 5 minutes. I followed Lewis. Okay, so we'll start the kitchen. Serve people and clean the kitchen at night. Of course, I'll stay in here at night. Why do you stay in here at night? What? Because... Please say the truth. It'll be a secret. Okay, if you say so. Weird. Why would you stay at night? Anyway, I'll open the door now. Go bake some pastries. Okay. I started baking cookies, cakes, and many varieties. Gosh, I'm tired. Oh, you're done? Now take a 5-minute break. 5-minute break? I'm kidding, of course. Now take a 30-minute break. Much better. I took a 30-minute break in the back room. I ate my lunch. Are you finished? Come on, let's go serve customers. Okay. I followed Lewis. Okay, so go to the cash register. Okay. I served customers until closing time. Good work. Okay. Goodbye. Bye. Just like yesterday, she stayed. It's really weird since it's not her house. I think she's a robot. That's my prediction. Today I feel more suspicious around her. Hello, hello, I greeted her. How are you? You seem cheerful. I just drank coffee. Okay, as she was talking, we went inside the cafe. So where do I work? Oh, choose then. But remember, if you choose, you'll do it all day. Okay. So I can clean dishes, cash register, look at customers and assist them, bake. Let's help her. You really mean it? Yes, sure, let's go. I helped Lewis at, well, everything. Huff, huff. You're tired? Here, have some cookies and frappe, for free. Thank you, I smiled. Oh, it's no big deal. She blushed at the thought. Anyway, it's night. Sure, good night. I went outside, but went back in. Damn, I'll never forget this thing that I've ever done in my life. Now, what to do inside? Sneak. Lewis. What are you doing? Cutting the remaining cookies in half. Why? Because it's dedication. Dedication to my old friend. Yes, you see, I have this old friend, you see. She's always by my side. He's always by my side, and he promises that he will come to me. He called me sweet because I'm sweet, and I called him spices because he brings spices every time we're together. This feels nostalgic. I have an old friend who called me spices too. But he left town. He left this town. I don't know where he headed, but I missed him. I missed him so much. I think he left because of his parents' business. He didn't want to leave town. He promised me that he'd come back to me, and that he'd marry me. And that's where I got the name of this cafe, Sweet and Spices. I'll continue this cafe even if he came back. It's already been 10 years. I left town because of my parents' business. Many memories came back to my mind, and I feel like I had a headache. So am I like the reincarnated version of the person that she knew? Or am I a guy? I could be a guy, maybe. Got the rules all mixed up. Anyway, next. We're playing Infurubia. I'm sure I said that right. Infurubia. I'm born again, wearing your same skin, your precious bones, and your flowing red blood. I am there to walk among you, to hold your hand when you need to know the path. I will love you more than anything else wrapped beneath the sky and over the lands, as long as you swear to me that I will be the only light in your eyes. Okay. Ha ha ha. Oh shit. Ah. A heartbeat, one after another, rumbling into her chest. The girl had realized it was a person's life her knife took. Oh, this is a dreadful feeling. Gamba, hey, listen to me, damn it. Pull yourself together. He looked at her with his usual sunken, tired eyes. Are you all right? Did you kill him? Is he dead? Those questions struck her badly, because in the precious moment there was no room for her to think, only to feel. I killed him, yes. I killed him. You tactless idiot. I never imagined this disgrace would happen. Good. He deserved it. Good, he said. Say you hate him. Say nothing. It's not good to lash out at other people. What was that supposed to mean? We look like weird cat people. Maybe wolf people. There's no need for me to go on with you. What? Gamba. You dumb idiot. But she didn't mean to say the words she had said, yet she decided to be mean to her brother because she had enough of his inconsiderate way of talking. How could this happen? We were just straying not so far outside of town. How in heavens I would know? How in heavens could I kill someone? I don't know what that says. Chapter 1. We've opened a path. It shines bright. Was this a good idea to begin with? Being the kind of girl who was baffled by misfortune, Gamba felt this whole experience was the start of something really bad. She decided to have a trip along with her brother to lift his spirits, but what happened was totally the opposite. Now she was left alone in the woods she used to know well, crawling with bandits ready to kill. You idiot, everything I do is because of you. Why can't you understand? Aww. Is he going to be okay? He suddenly collapsed while we were playing. This child, he needs to be taken care of. He's not strong enough to keep up with everyone. So that's why I need you, Gamba. Mother, what's this? A knife, perfectly sharpened, enough to slit open a throat. Really? That sounds like it hurts. Indeed, this hurts, but listen to me, Gamba. There is nothing in this world that can compare to the suffering of your brother. So, if the time comes, be ready to protect him with all your might, with this one knife. With this one knife, you're allowed to... What am I doing? This has always been my duty, to protect you. How selfish I am, she pondered until her chest began to hurt. I have to go back to him. He's not safe alone. Damn it, I've done it. Okay. It's a lot of pressure to put on a child. Ugh. Not you again, bastards. There is nothing in these pockets for you to steal. You should have figured it out if you had a brain. Bones. Flesh. Blood. We want your bones, we want your flesh, we desire your blood. 1,000 laras for a kilogram of bone, 200 laras for a liter of blood, and 1 golden lara for a meter of your hide. How disgraceful I would be if I lost to a crowd of barbaric bend beaks. Like that would ever happen. Like I would hesitate of the thought of digging this knife into your crooked bodies. This is her duty, the reason she was born, to protect her brother and nothing more. Oomph. Ah! No, please, my brother. Don't separate him from me. He needs me. This is a strange world. Tangled within the thin thread of fate, this is how her journey begins. Okay. Ooh, sleeping cutie, did you wake up already? Eek. Why was she that close to me? Who the hell are these clowns? Where am I? Are you alright? You're a little bit pale as a radish. Pale. Gamba wondered if she, by any chance, had that horrible complexion of her brother. You know, I was so surprised you passed out. I mean, Heron here is not that strong. Even I could beat him with a stick. Lower your voice. Remember where we are. Oopsies. Do you mean I've been unconscious? For 2 days, I think, or was it 3? Don't know. I don't remember. 2 days? She could feel it, how everything from that day, all those thoughts, all those frustrations, all of them arise. You idiots, how could you? How could you strip me away from him? Ugh. You must be dizzy after sleeping for so long. Why don't you sit for a while? The woman could be right, but the dizziness was something she was very used to. I cannot wait. I cannot wait any longer. Wait, don't come out. What in the names of heaven is this thing? What is that rucksack in the back? Those are not rats, you fucking idiot. Shit, they caught us. Retreat, retreat. No, I don't want to walk anymore. My feet hurt. My back aches. Retreat to where? Are you two nuts? This thing doesn't stop. Celia. She wanted a bit of help. Okay. Oof. Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. This must be a nightmare. It's ridiculous. How much misfortune could there be in one day? She was irked when he wasn't gentlemanly enough to help her stand up. Celia, apologize. I didn't mean it. Just say sorry. Sorry, he. I can't accept that apology when you don't seem to regret it, and to tell the truth, I don't even care. Perhaps the one that should say sorry is me. We were caught by bandits in Old Horn, and I accidentally hit you while we were running off. This seems like a really interesting game. All of these characters seem really unique in this strange world. I wonder if she'll be able to find her brother again. I feel like the bandits came and attacked us super fast, so her brother's probably in some sort of trouble by 2 days. Who knows? Next.